So last night, it was the premiere of the last Venom movie in this epic trilogy. Venom: The Last Dance had its premiere last night, and it looked like a pretty good show if you got to go to it. So the social media reactions embargo has lifted, and on the 23rd, which is Wednesday, we will have the full review embargo lifted, and full spoilers will be absolutely everywhere. Then on Friday, it technically officially comes out everywhere. Yes, you can probably watch it in most places on Thursday. So, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, pop culture-based content. Also, if you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. Also, if you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. And also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. So, I would say the reactions to this movie are very mixed. They're neither good, neither bad. So, it's estimated going to have a $70 million opening weekend, which is pretty darn good. I'm reading this off an article because it's accumulated loads of different reactions. So it says, Spider-Man 4 rumors have helped fuel interest in Venom: The Last Dance, but many scoopers have allowed their imaginations to run wild, aka make stuff up. It's now clear this isn't a lead into the movie that some of you will be expecting or perhaps even hoping for. So careful with spoilers. I don't want to ruin your life, but this does actually set up a certain character to appear in another certain movie. It just isn't directly smashed in your face. But essentially, if Knull wants to appear in an MCU project after this movie, he 100% can. It's just not directly screaming in your face that is going to be the case. So yes, Knull could appear in Spider-Man 4. It's just you don't see Knull rocking up into New York City like some scoopers made up. So realistically, this movie does set up a lot of stuff for Spider-Man 4, but you've got to actually look for it. It's not smashing in your face. And also, you have to remember the director of this movie literally says this is the beginning of Knull's story. Now, was that catabolic? Nah, that's the wrong word, lads. Was that anabolic? Nah, that's the wrong word, lads. Was that hyperbolic? I don't know. I've not watched the movie. But from speaking to people, this is not the last time you're going to see Knull. It does set up Knull for a future. It's just you literally have to imagine what they're trying to do here. Come on, it's Sony after all. So let's go over these reactions. I've seen Venom: The Last Dance, and it's the most cinematic, momental Venom movie to date. Eddie Brock and Venom dynamic is as strong as it's ever been in this one. And the stakes are so much higher, and I had a lot of fun with this one. The final act is bonkers, he wanted to say. Is it perfect? Nah, far from it. No movie's perfect. However, it's leaps and bounds ahead of Venom and has a way meatier plot than Venom: Let There Be Carnage. The Spider-Man 4 rumors have been blown out of proportion, in my opinion, but Venom: The Last Dance left me wanting more of those two, and Knull mostly. So like I said, it literally sets up Knull to come to the MCU, realistically, but it's not in your face. You have to use your mind, you know? Chris Keller from comicbook.com, I believe. Venom: The Last Dance is his wacky buddy, a road trip that stretches its PG-13 rating as far as it will possibly go. That is a sick thing to say. Simply put, Venom 3 is a classic guilty pleasure cinema. Turn your brains off and let Venom snack on them. That's not really a good thing to say, but he follows up. Knull is creepy. Good, he's got to be creepy. I love the way they use him and set him up as a future threat. Fingers crossed this isn't Tom Hardy's last dance. I'm not going to ruin what actually happened with Venom. And that we see him face to face with Spider-Man when we least expect it. So yeah, another person literally saying, yeah, it could set up Spider-Man 4 with Knull if they want to use it. Venom: The Last Dance is the best of the Venom movies. The insanity has been ramped up significantly, but so has the heart. It's not perfect, but it's a super entertaining, and there's a giant monster and it chews people up and sprays blood out of the back of its head. Pretty nuts. Really, that is pretty nuts. Seeing as a PG-13. Venom, I presume these reactions are all from like the premiere in America, because the premiere hasn't happened in the UK yet. Venom: The Last Dance is phenomenal. Laughs, even cries maybe, some fun surprises and confirmation. Then Tom Hardy is Venom. Interesting. Venom Last Dance takes you on a wild and exhilarating journey from start to finish. It's a fun popcorn movie that reminds me of an early 2000 comic book movie. That's the way it should be. The action is great. It's a tribute to the action films from the 80s. There's a ton of funny moments. Are there plot holes and some issues with the story? Yeah, but it is also fun to watch. That's realistically all you need from a movie. Venom Last Dance sees Tom Hardy go all in for a fun finale, benefiting the franchise with stacks of set pieces ranging from cookie to crazy. This doesn't hold back with the phenomenal action. Take it for what it is, grab some popcorn and go with the flow. This raging road movie. Basically, everyone's making this movie seem like it's not that enticing in terms of narrative and plot, but everyone's saying, y'all, it's funny. And y'all, it's good. Atomic review. Venom Last Dance review, a huge, epic and emotional finale. Tom Hardy gives everything, and Sony has never been better. Stunning action satisfies with all 19 inches, not just for another Venom movie. It's one of the best comic book movies ever. Bit hyperbolic. Really, best comic book movie ever. People said that about The Flash. A fitting end, setting up what's next. Cinematic fun with unbelievable scope, a feast for the fans, and a true love letter that honors the franchise. It delivers great humor, bold action, engaging story. Marvel and Sony surprise glare. Must see in the theaters opening night. Tom Hardy's absolute at his best in this. Eddie Brock and Venom with the great cast of characters, including Juno Temple, so on and so forth. Tons of symbiotes. Goodness, this is one not to miss. I think Venom Last Dance is the best of the three. While still being incredibly bad, it's bizarre and watchable because it's willing to try anything. Symbiotes fish? Sure. Mr. Chang dance sequence? Why not? I laughed a few times, but this trilogy accomplished a very little size. Yeah, a lot of people don't really seem to think much of it. Okay, let's skip this person because I don't actually want to say anything that he says. Venom: The Last Dance might not be a great film overall, but it still manages to be the best of the trilogy. That wasn't really able to accomplish a lot. That's not the first person to say that. Extremely fun sequences, Eddie's relationship with Venom still being a stand out and a satisfying ending for the trilogy. So even though people basically say this movie freaking sucks, they said they had a good time with it. So that just proves that a movie can be narratively bad and can be bad from a storytelling point of view. But it still seems like a lot of people had fun watching this. Personally, I think Venom 1 and 2 are pretty funny, pretty cool movies. Would I watch them again? No. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this movie later this week. And careful for spoilers on the internet and careful for scoopers saying misleading stuff. It's clear from these reactions that, yes, it does set something up with Knull, but it's not like the movie ends with Knull appearing in front of Spider-Man in New York City and then they have a face-off. I don't know what people were actually expecting. You know it's Sony. They show the best bits in all the trailers. So you've pretty much already seen all of Knull. We know what's going to happen in this movie. We know Knull is being teased for something coming up next. But did you really expect Knull to have a standoff against Spider-Man in New York City? Out of here, lads. Who told you that? Probably one of the biggest scoopers told you that. But no one ever thought that. So yes, as far as I know from talking to people, yes, this does set up something. It's just not clear what they're actually setting up. They're teasing Knull just like they said they would. Come on now. So like always, guys, let us know if you watch the movies. Let us know what you think. Don't ruin the movie for anyone else. That's never my interpretation. Or it's never my aim. But I like to go over reactions for movies that I generally have some interest in. So like always, guys, come back to the channel soon. When we've got our actual, review and ending explained and stuff like that. Probably going to be tomorrow maybe, or the day after. So like always, guys, I'll catch you in another video very soon. Like always, make sure to check the channel out more if you want. Follow us on Instagram, Warstu. Follow us on Twitter, WarstuG. And I'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.